I'm Dorothy Martinez, 76 years old. When my husband died, my nephew Kevin convinced me to sign papers making him my financial advisor. Within 6 months, he'd stolen $890,000 from my retirement accounts and bought himself a mansion. Kevin thought I was too old and trusting to notice, but I'm a retired accountant who audited Fortune 500 companies for 30 years. This is how I caught him and destroyed his entire life. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you never miss revenge stories like this. My name is Dorothy Martinez, and I'm 76 years old. My husband Robert died 8 months ago after 52 years of marriage. I was completely heartbroken. My nephew Kevin was 38 years old. He'd always been charming and attentive. After Robert died, Kevin visited me constantly. Aunt Dorothy, I'm worried about you managing finances alone. Let me help you. I'm a certified financial advisor. I'll make sure your money is safe. I was grieving and overwhelmed. Robert had always handled our investments. We had $1.2 million in retirement savings, money we'd worked 40 years to build. Kevin seemed so caring. He brought me groceries, fixed things around my house, called me every day. I trusted him completely. Okay, Kevin. You can help me manage the accounts. I don't understand all these investment terms anymore. Kevin had me sign papers giving him power of attorney over my financial accounts. He said it was standard procedure so he could help me properly. Don't worry, Aunt Dorothy. I'll protect your money like it's my own. For 3 months, everything seemed fine. Kevin sent me monthly statements showing my accounts were stable. I received my normal retirement income. I had no reason to suspect anything. Then one day, I ran into Kevin's ex-girlfriend Maria at the grocery store. Dorothy, I heard Kevin bought a huge mansion in Beverly Hills. Must be nice having such a successful nephew. I was confused. A mansion? Kevin lives in a small apartment downtown. Maria looked surprised. No, he moved 3 months ago. A $1.8 million house. He's been posting pictures on social media constantly. I went home and checked Kevin's social media. Maria was right. Kevin had bought a massive mansion. The photos showed expensive cars, designer furniture, luxury vacations to Dubai and Paris. How could Kevin afford this? He'd always complained about money problems. I called my bank to check my accounts. The customer service representative pulled up my information. Mrs. Martinez, your retirement account currently has a balance of $310,000. My heart stopped. That's impossible. I had $1.2 million in that account. According to our records, $890,000 was withdrawn over the past 6 months in various large transfers. I felt sick. Kevin had stolen nearly $1 million from me. I immediately drove to the bank and demanded to see all transaction records. Every withdrawal had Kevin's electronic signature. He'd been transferring money to his personal accounts in amounts just small enough to avoid automatic fraud alerts. $35,000 here, $48,000 there, $67,000 another time. The statements Kevin had been sending me were completely fake. He'd created fraudulent documents to hide what he was doing. Kevin had used my money to buy his mansion, his cars, his vacations. He'd stolen my life savings while pretending to help me. I was devastated, but I didn't panic. Before I retired, I was a forensic accountant for 30 years. I'd investigated corporate fraud for companies like IBM, Boeing, and General Electric. I knew exactly how to catch financial criminals. I didn't confront Kevin. Instead, I started documenting everything. I hired a private investigator to track Kevin's spending. Within 2 weeks, we had proof of every purchase: the $1.8 million mansion, 2 luxury cars totaling $240,000, $85,000 in furniture, $120,000 in jewelry and watches, and $180,000 in luxury vacations. I also discovered Kevin had done this before. 7 years ago, he'd been fired from a financial firm for stealing from elderly clients. He'd settled out of court and avoided criminal charges. Now he was doing it again, to his own aunt. I contacted a lawyer specializing in elder financial abuse. Her name was Rachel Kim, and she was fierce. Dorothy, this is textbook elder abuse. Kevin used your grief and trust to steal your retirement. We're going to destroy him legally. Rachel filed criminal charges with the district attorney. We also filed a civil lawsuit to recover every dollar Kevin had stolen, plus damages. But I wanted more than just my money back. I wanted Kevin to lose everything he'd bought with my stolen savings. 2 weeks after filing charges, police arrested Kevin at his mansion. I was there to watch. Kevin was shocked when he saw me standing with the police. "Aunt Dorothy?" "What's going on?" The detective read him his rights. "Kevin Martinez, you're under arrest for elder financial abuse, fraud, embezzlement, and theft. You stole $890,000 from your aunt's retirement accounts." Kevin's face went pale. "No, this is a misunderstanding." "Aunt Dorothy gave me permission to manage her money." I stepped forward. "Kevin, I gave you permission to help me, not steal from me. You forged statements, hid transactions, and bought yourself a mansion with my retirement savings. Did you really think I wouldn't notice? You're old. You don't understand finance. I was investing your money." "Kevin, I'm a retired forensic accountant. I audited Fortune 500 companies for 30 years. I found every transaction, every purchase, every lie. You're finished." The police seized Kevin's mansion, his cars, his jewelry, everything he'd bought with my money. They froze all his accounts. Kevin's girlfriend, a woman named Sophia, who'd been living with him in the mansion, was furious. "You mean none of this was actually his? He told me he was a successful investor." "He's a thief," I said simply, "and everything he has belongs to me." Kevin's trial took place 4 months later. The evidence was overwhelming. My lawyer presented bank records showing every fraudulent transfer. We showed the fake statements Kevin had sent me. We proved Kevin had hidden his prior conviction for financial fraud. The prosecutor asked me to testify. "Mrs. Martinez, how did it feel when your nephew stole your life savings?" "Betrayed. Robert and I worked 40 years to save that money. Kevin was family. I trusted him with everything. He used my grief to rob me blind. He thought being old made me helpless. He forgot I spent 3 decades catching people exactly like him." Kevin's lawyer tried to claim I'd given verbal permission for the withdrawals. But the bank records showed Kevin had made unauthorized transfers and forged documents to cover them up. The jury convicted Kevin on all charges. The judge sentenced him to 8 years in prison and ordered him to pay complete restitution. "Mr. Martinez, you stole from your elderly aunt while she was grieving her husband. You have a prior conviction for the same crime. You are a predator who targets vulnerable people. 8 years in state prison." The civil court ordered Kevin to surrender the mansion, both cars, and all assets purchased with my money. Everything was sold at auction. I recovered $1.1 million, more than Kevin had stolen thanks to appreciation on the mansion. Kevin is now 3 years into his 8-year sentence. His life is destroyed. He lost his financial advisor license permanently. He has a felony conviction. When he's released, he'll be 51 years old with no career, no assets, and no future. Meanwhile, I rebuilt my retirement accounts. The recovered money, plus the lawsuit settlement, gave me $1.1 million, even more than I'd had before Kevin's theft. I now volunteer with a senior protection agency, teaching elderly people how to spot financial abuse. I give workshops on recognizing fraud and protecting retirement savings. Family members commit 60% of elder financial abuse. I tell audiences, your nephew, your daughter-in-law, your grandson, they see you as an easy target. But age doesn't mean helpless. I'm 76 and I have 30 years of forensic accounting experience. Kevin learned that the hard way. People ask if I feel guilty about sending my nephew to prison. The answer is no. Kevin stole my life savings. He betrayed my trust. He deserves every day of that sentence. I'm 76 years old. I'm a retired forensic accountant. I'm a widow who lost her husband. And I'm a woman who fought back when family tried to rob her blind. Kevin thought my age made me vulnerable. He learned that 30 years of auditing experience doesn't disappear at 76.